elbow flexion and extension range of motion. First thing we need is a bolster. Rolled up towel works pretty good, half foam roll, whatever. Um, but we need to make sure when we put our bolster, patience in supine, if you didn't catch that yet, we need to make sure the bolster is big enough so that the rest of their limb is hanging off the table. That's how we're going to know they're in full extension. Because if arm was in contact with the table, it might have it a couple extra degrees. So make sure that bolster is big enough that the rest of the arm is off the table. Little trick for you with the bolsters, sometimes they get in your way because where we're going to put our axis is straight through the lateral epicondyle. Stationary arm bisecting the humerus, sighting the greater tubercle, and then our moving arms bisecting the radius, sighting the radial styloid. 150 degrees is norm. If this bolster is in your way, say like it's in my way to line up my goni appropriately, just turn it at a slight, angle that keeps the bolster integrity. We're still floating in space there, nothing's in contact, but now I can rest my goni right on top of my patient. Now, this is one we're going to have to be really careful with our documentation. So we're going to start, in this case, she's starting in 5 degrees of hyperextension. Then I'm going to go to 0, cross 0, and then go the rest of the way for my full elbow flexion. So that, in her case, it'd be 5 to 0 to 150. Let's not get lazy like I did. Make sure we go to active range of motion first. Guess any substitutions. Pretty uncommon for this one, but make sure there's not. And get your ballpark number of degrees, just so if you read the goni wrong, you're not messing up that much. So that's it. Elbow flexion and extension, same thing, same measure. We're just going the entire arc of motion.